with my wife's funeral services. That's it. We're pretty much there now. We're done. I just wanted to attend. People don't understand. People yell at me. People scream at me. I wanted to see if there was another option, a possible another option to do something a little better than the cremation. I mean, listen, we'll do the cremation. I'm very heartbroken. You know, my mother's not doing well either. I'm going through, people understand something. I'm going through an extremely, really tough time. My mother had pneumonia. She's home. She fell twice already in just a matter, she's only home a day. She hurt herself. She can't stand up. She's very weak. She fell asleep last night. The oxygen fell off of her. She woke up all like messed up. She wasn't making any sense talking. I mean, this is like literally the worst time in my life. Okay. So what am I doing? I just let all of you know. Okay. I have to help my family right now. That's it. I have to help my family. So my channel is dedicated to that. That's it. So I just want to give everybody a heads up what that means. It means that I'm finishing up the funeral services for my wife. That's the first step. That's probably going to be done today. The second thing it's going to be is I have to help my mom. And I have to eventually get her in assistant living. Okay. Now, I don't want to get too technical. It's not as easy as everyone thinks. We have the house in my mom's name. We did that for personal family reasons, which I really don't want to entertain. I don't want to get into. But I'm going to have to probably pay for assistant living. That's it. There's really no way. It's either that or I could lose the house, which I can't lose. Okay. You know, for the sake of the children. I can't just give up the house to Medicaid. I can't do that. Okay. So the thing is that we're going to probably have to pay for assistant living. So that could be costly. $14,000 a month. Okay. Then I would like to do something beautiful for my wife as well. That could be costly for a beautiful funeral service. You know, a mausoleum, those things could cost $25,000 or more. So the thing is, I got to raise a lot of money. It's crazy. So that's why people say, they're like, well, you know, whatever. You get two types of people. You get good-hearted people and you get haters. Honestly, I just don't have any time for haters anymore. I just don't. If people are going to come here, you know, get a job. This is my job, okay? YouTube is my job. This is my job. This is my day job. That's it. So you got to all accept it. People say, get a job. Listen, no one is forcing you to come to my live stream. Can we put the cards on the table? Can we put the cards on the table? No one is forcing you to come to my live streams. And no one is forcing you to watch me. And no one is forcing anyone to, if they want to support me. I'm not forcing people. If someone wants to support me, they do it from the goodness of their heart. Bottom line. So, you know, this whole concept of get a job, this is my job. This is my job. What I'm doing when I play music, example, when I do this, look, anything, ready? That's my job. I'm working. Okay? So with that said, let's do Lover's Game. Tribute concert for my beautiful wife's funeral. And to help my mother get into assisted living. You always know how I feel inside, even if I don't say a word. Your sarcastic smile, laughing eyes, acting so absurd. When I'm mad, you know I try to hide it all from you, but I can't. You always see right through. This is how we play our lover's game. We play our lover's game. You always know just what to say, make all my troubles go away. How to talk you with feeling bad when I was wrong anyway. Rich, Why so high sound? Why so high? Oh, you're talking about the prices of everything. Um, the cremation is like only going to be about 3 grand, Robert. I mean, the other services, I never heard them that low for like a mausoleum or something like that. I mean, they're pretty pricey, man. They're pricey. But Robert, look, you're a good man. I have a lot of respect for you. You have a good heart. You've always been really, really kind to us. It's been a lot of stuff. It's been a lot of stuff. My wife passed away, believe it or not, very suddenly. And I haven't really accepted it. If you really want me to tell you the truth, I'm finally trying to come to terms with it today. Because I really have. It's been very hard for me. It's been very, very hard for me. And I was very scared. I kind of didn't know if I wanted to do the cremation. I've been confused, man. I've been very confused. And, I am coming to terms with a lot of things today. All right. Like I'm trying to get myself around it now. Um, the problem is that it's not just my wife. My mother's got problems now too. Okay. My mom's got problems. Look, here's the situation. Okay. I am a YouTuber. Okay. This is my job. That's it. I'm an entertainer. I play the piano. I sing sometimes, not the greatest singer, but I do sing. I'm a songwriter. Okay. I'm an entertainer. So I'm going to keep entertaining. I'm going to keep entertaining. It's crazy, Selena girl. I'm just getting tired of people telling me like I can't be a YouTuber. I'm just tired of people. I get a lot of people who come to my channel and they keep saying the same things over and over and over again to me. They say, get a job, go get a job. This is my job. I just want to be clear to all of you. I'm working. Listen, can we be honest? Okay, let's talk about a few things. Let's talk about a few things. I'm not forcing like anybody to come here, right? Like, do you feel forced? Like, do I force anyone to come to my live streams? Do I say you have to come? You're obligated to come? No, right? Okay. Do I force anyone who wants to contribute to my Cash App? Is this something that all of you would feel is forced? No. Okay. So everything is done because people of their own free will want to come to my live streams. If someone chooses to support me and my family, people do so of their own free will. So, with that said, maybe that's what bothers a lot of these haters. Maybe that's why they get so upset because they're like, why are you supporting this guy? Why are you going to his live streams? How you doing, Lacey? God bless you. Like, why are you like Lacey? I was just making a point. This is my job, Lacey. I'm a YouTuber. I'm an entertainer. I'm a piano player. I sing. I'm not the greatest singer, but I sing. I'm a songwriter. And I don't understand why people don't understand that this is a job. I don't understand why people can't come to the comprehension that I am a YouTuber. That's it. So I'm just that's the biggest thing I can't stand. I can't stand it anymore. People saying to me, "Go get a job, get a job, Apefather." Okay, let's get rid of this guy, hater. Bye, hater. Um, I really don't have any more tolerance for haters. But this is I just want to like put all of this on the table. I really hope I never have to talk about it again, but I probably will have to because people don't accept it. This is my job. So what does my job consist of? Helping my family. I'm using YouTube. I'm using this forum as a way to in a way it's therapy for me as well. It's therapy because I am heartbroken. I don't think I'll ever accept the loss of my wife. Never gonna happen for the history of my whole life. Now, as far as this concept of everybody rushing me to make a decision. Do I want to cremate my wife or do I want to, do another service? It's really no one else's business. And I'm tired of people trying to put pressure on me and rushing me. I'm making the decision probably today. and it's fine. I spoke to the funeral home. You can still, they'll still do the cremation. It doesn't matter. It's been a little over 10 days. They'll do it. Everything's fine. There's no problem. So everybody needs to just relax with all that stuff. Nobody should be pressuring me. I'll do what I want to do. I'll do what's best. Okay, and that's it. I appreciate all of you coming to the live streams, and I appreciate all of you showing love and showing support. But sometimes people tend to get a little too pushy. They tend to put a little too much pressure on you. And a lot of times people are just way too opinionated. Just way too opinionated. Like, get a job. This is not a job. Get a job. You can't tell people what to do with their lives. Okay, listen, would you like somebody to tell you what to do with your life? No, you probably wouldn't like that, okay? You can't tell me what to do with my life. That's it. If I want to be a YouTuber, I'm a YouTuber. The boss lady. He is a stay-at-home father with children and an elderly mom. I think haters need to take a hike because they haven't walked a day in your shoes. You're right. Thank you, Lacey. Look, it is very horrible times right now. Look, I do sometimes wish I could have a one-on-one with God, okay, and really, really ask him, why is he doing all of this to me? And if it's not him, then who is it? Is it the devil? I don't know. I hope not. Because I take that back. Okay, take that back. But why is this all happening? Like, why did my wife pass away? And simultaneously, pretty much at the same time, my mom is getting very sick, very ill. Okay, my mom came home from rehab. They didn't do anything for her. They didn't do anything for her to rehab. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. She still can't walk. She can't move. She can't do anything. It's a crazy situation. And she's worse off now than she ever was. This is like, I've never seen it this bad before. Now, granted, she had pneumonia. Okay, this is very, very important for people to understand. My mother had pneumonia. So, yes, the lungs get damaged. Even after you get all the antibiotics, see, people don't understand this about pneumonia. Even after you get all the antibiotics and the pneumonia clears up, the lungs have been damaged and they need a lot of time to heal. Okay? Sometimes it never heals. I hate to break it to some people. It never heals. I was reading about that. So, people have to understand that. It's no joke. I'm just going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. So you might say, well, I don't understand, Apefather. What do you want from me? What could I do for you? It's just called being a good human being. Compassion, man. See, once again, Dan, listen to me. I didn't say, you didn't hear what I said. I said, why is God doing this? If it's not God, I said, then it's got to be somebody, right? What are the odds that all of this happens at the same time in your life? What are the odds that you lose your wife and your mother gets really, really critically ill? I just find that to be a little weird, Dan, that it happens at the same time. You can't call it a coincidence. That's all. So sometimes I want answers. I want to know what's happening here. I just don't get it. Dan, God bless your parents, by the way. We're not just dealing with cancer, Dan. We're dealing with a lot of other things too. Pneumonia. My wife had aspiration pneumonia. My mother has pneumonia. Sometimes I think pneumonia could even be worse than cancer. Pneumonia is no joke. Pneumonia is no joke. Let me tell you something. All my life, my mom used to tell me when I was a little kid growing up in Brooklyn, I was growing up in Brooklyn. My mom would say, put on your jacket. She said, you don't want to catch pneumonia. I've been hearing it my whole life. I never really knew what it was. I was like, what is pneumonia? It's no joke. Robert C. Yeah, I had people tell me to get a job because I would never make money in the stock market. And now I make about $5,000 a week from it. The same people now want me to help them. Right. Yeah. Robert C. says, Rich, Work is what you want it to be. I agree. I don't know, Dan. All I can tell you is that I would like answers. I would like answers. I just feel too much tough stuff hit us. All right, here's a hater trying to tell me what to do. Let's get rid of him. I'm tired of people telling me what to do. Just stop telling me. I don't tell you what to do. Don't tell me what to do. So, anyway, after my wife's funeral services are complete, which will probably be today, and then I have to figure out a way to live with this. I gotta figure out a way to live with the hurt of never seeing my wife again. Listen, I understand the spiritual, beliefs, and we'll see. I will see her again at one time, but it's really heartbreaking. I miss her. I miss her so much. I just wanted to. I just wanted to help her. I wanted to save her. When I first brought her into the hospital, everybody was just giving up on her. They told me, Richie, the cancer spread too much. There's nothing we could do. I keep hearing these ringings in my ears. I don't know if that's Jennifer. I love you, Jen, if that's you. I wanted to save her. I really, really wanted to save my wife. Now it's a done deal. Yeah, I speak to a lot of people. My cousin Joe, he said it the best. Because I was telling him, Joe, I'm like, I'm never gonna see my wife again. A week's gonna go by, a month's gonna go by, a year's gonna go by, 10 years gonna go by, whatever it is. I'm never gonna see my wife again. And he said to me, really intelligent, very smart words of wisdom. He says, don't worry about 10 years. Don't worry about 1 year. Don't even worry about 1 month. He says, worry about 1 day. He says, get through today. And I thought about it. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Just get through one single day. When you go through tough times. Oh, I'm tired. I gotta sleep more. But anyway, 1 day at a time. A lot of people just have to accept that my channel is going to be about helping my family. That's it. Moving forward. Plus I gotta worry about my kids. And this is my job. That's it. So if I'm gonna entertain you, here's the way I see it. Look, I'm gonna go to the piano right now. I'm entertaining you. There's nothing wrong with giving me an entertainment tip, right? What's up there, Stephanie? What's wrong with a piano player getting an entertainment tip? That could be used to help his mom. That could be used to help his children. That could be used to help his wife with her funeral services. I see nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing, right? Yeah. There's a lot of things that we could talk about, Robert, one day about all that stuff, man. The biggest thing about really my biggest beef, you want to know what it is? My biggest beef is the healthcare system in our country. That's, if you really want to know, my biggest beef is the healthcare system. Because I've learned something. When you become critically ill, hospitals, doctors, they don't want to help you no more. It becomes what's called comfort care. That's your only option. Listen to me. I just want all of you to know this because I've lived through it with my wife. Your only option when you become critically ill, in America at least, is comfort care. So you might say, what's comfort care? It's like hospice. That's it. That's it. In other words, they don't want you to live. They just want you to go out peacefully. Go out peacefully. And that's very hard for a lot of people to accept because you're like, I don't want hospice for my wife. I don't want hospice. I wanted her to get treated for her cancer. I wanted her to get treated for her cancer. They didn't treat her. I begged them every single day. No, I'm telling you, the boss lady, I don't even think that there's a choice here. I don't even think there's a choice. I just think that if you get critically ill, what's up, Back to the Future? We're going to be finishing up all the funeral services today for the wife. So this is like the last chance, really, if anybody would like to possibly help me give my wife something more than a cremation. I mean, listen, if I cremate her, I cremate her. She said that she was okay with it. But at the same time, I'm not really okay with it. I spoke to the funeral home just because I know a lot of people have been freaking out over this. They'll do the cremation at any time. They'll do it today. They'll do it tomorrow. It's fine. They said, don't worry about it. When you're ready, we'll do it. But people want to put all this pressure on me. I just wanted to see if it was possible if I could do something else. That's all. If I can't do something else, I can't do something else. That's all it is. Brother, I'm gonna answer your question, okay? And I'm going to say, all right, let me just get rid of you, bro. I'm not worried about. What I'm worried about is people like you. Take the name Trump off of your name, man, because put Biden there. Put Biden. Okay, you don't deserve Trump. You don't deserve Trump. You don't deserve Trump. You don't deserve that name. Put Biden in front of your name. Bye. Well, that's what I'm saying, Stephanie. But what happens if that person look? Can I just explain? Can I just explain like my opinion on this stuff? We live in a country that is a country where we're all free, right? We have freedom. Okay. Like I could go right now. I'm not saying to you this is a smart decision, but I could go to a McDonald's and I could buy 20 Big Macs, right? I could buy 30 Big Macs. I could buy 100 Big Macs. Now, technically, they always use these words. They use these words like ethical or, whatever the case may be. It's not ethical to do that because you could die. You're talking like such amazing saturated fat, cholesterol. But here's the thing. McDonald's will not say one word to you. They will not say one word to you. They will sell you as many Big Macs as you want to buy. Now, Ryan, not the greatest, man. Just my mom's not doing well with her health. Drake Cash, how you doing, brother? I had some oatmeal. I got my mom oatmeal. We're going to be finishing up the funeral services today for the wife. It's most likely looking like it's going to be, yeah, I shaved. It's most likely looking like it's going to be cremation. I was just hoping to possibly do something else, but I kind of need support, I need people to help me out. $25 cash app. Well, we're finishing it up today, Ryan. Drake Cash, a month and a half ago, I had a wife and a mother that was healthy. I really did. My mom was doing great a month and a half ago. My wife was doing great. And a month and a half later, I don't have a wife. And my mother is very, very, very critically ill. My mom can't even move. She can't even move. It's not good. Well, yeah, I mean, my wife really thought you were the best. Drake Cash. She really enjoyed that day a lot. That was a great day. The kids enjoyed it. Let's just talk a little bit about cancer, if we could. I still don't even understand what happened. I still can't really make sense of it in my head. I'm going to tell you what I think happened. I'm going to tell you what I think happened because I've been thinking about this over and over and over and over again. That caused this. Okay. In 2024, my wife had brain surgery. She had 3 tumors. For some reason, only one tumor was removed surgically. This is in 2024, January of 2024. Let me get rid of this idiot. I believe that caused the cancer to spread. Surgery seems to be the big culprit with cancer. Surgery seems to be the big culprit. I believe what happened was when they took the one tumor out in the brain, it spread to the spinal cord tunnel because Jennifer developed a cancer that was very rare. It's something that nobody really gets. 5% of people. It's crazy, right? 5% of people with cancer, this lepto disease, and that means that the cancer spread from the brain into the spinal cord tunnel. It's something that is so hard to treat. That's why when you get this, most hospitals, most doctors, that they don't even want to touch you anymore. They don't even want to touch you. But I believe that that's what caused. Thank you, Back to the Future. I believe that's what caused my wife to. The first problem that she had, she couldn't chew food and she couldn't swallow. It just came out of nowhere. This was the first thing I noticed. The first thing I noticed was she wasn't able to chew and she wasn't able to swallow, like any type of liquids, anything, solid foods. At first, I didn't really understand what was happening, man. I had no idea. Maybe she had a cold. I didn't understand what was happening because she was coughing a lot. So I just started thinking maybe it's a cold. I wasn't sure. But what happened was the coughing got so severe, I took her, to the hospital, and that's when they eventually, the first time I took her, they said she had a urinary tract infection. They let her go. They actually released her. But then the next time they said that she had the aspiration pneumonia. That means that the food goes down the wrong pipe. Not the esophagus pipe, the airway pipe that goes into your lungs. If any food or liquid gets in there, it could cause bacteria, it could cause a pneumonia. Now, I still don't really quite understand. She couldn't move her legs. She couldn't move her toes. She really had no strength at all to even get herself up. The nurses had to keep repositioning her. So is it possible that that was caused from the pneumonia? Yes, because I'm seeing it right now with my own mother. My mother doesn't have cancer. My mother doesn't have cancer, and she's not able to move. She's shot. It could also be possible that the two things were happening at once, simultaneously. The cancer was spreading, and the pneumonia was just taking all the strength out of my wife. Because ultimately, she technically, I don't think, she didn't pass away from cancer. It was from respiratory, which is attributed mostly from the pneumonia and just being so weak. It's so sad, man. I loved that girl. I loved her so, so much. I loved her so much. And this is so hard. I sometimes don't know if I'm going to make it. I say to myself, I have to be strong for the kids. I got to be strong for them. 50% of me died when my wife died. I'm not really alive right now. I'm like 50% alive. Yeah. All right. Sorry. 50% of me is alive and 50% of me isn't. The 50% that is alive, I'm there for the kids. That's it. And the kids are fine. I just want all of you to know I'm not fine. They're fine. They're fine. They're going to school every day. They keep busy at school. Michael's playing volleyball now. Sophia still does some music. She plays the piano great. She does everything, dance, gymnastics. She keeps very busy. So the kids are doing fine. The kids are doing fine because people ask me a lot of times. They're like, "Apefather, you look shot," and I'm like, "I am shot. They're like, how are the kids? The kids are fine. Thank God. The kids are fine. That's true. I'm alive, but we have an unrecognizable life. Yes, Lacey. Very, very well put. You know what it is? It was hard enough to deal with my wife. That alone was so devastating. But now to deal with my mother too, getting critically ill, it's too much. It's too much. That's why I'm asking people to consider helping us out in our time of need. This is our Cash App. The $ Richard Lavoie. This is the Cash App. $ Richard RICHARDLEV as in Victor OI. $ Richard Lavoie. This is our Cash App. So, how am I doing? Not the greatest. As you can see, I'm tired. I try to sleep, but I'm always tired. I don't know if I got enough sleep. I feel like I need sleep. My ears keep ringing. I don't know if that's my beautiful wife. My ears keep ringing. My wife wanted just a very small service. Not sure if it's going to be open to the public, Stephanie. Thank you so much, Lacey. God bless you. It's like I said, the YouTube channel is going to be dedicated to helping the family. Right now, we're just going to be focusing on my wife right now with the funeral services that should be finishing up today. I mean, hopefully I could get some support in. If I could get enough support in, maybe we could do something bigger and better than just a cremation, but it all depends on the support. Like I said, the dream to me would be getting 1,000 people to contribute $25 each. That's the Cash App. $ Richard Lavoie. All right, let's do some music here. The ringing in the ear could be from being extremely stressed. Well, in some cases, they feel it could be angels. I mean, who knows? The thing I find interesting, Stephanie, is I only hear it in my bedroom. Like, I don't hear it anywhere else, Isn't that strange? I don't hear it anywhere else. Like, even when I go downstairs, I don't really hear it that much. When I go out of the house, I don't hear it. So how do you explain that one? If it was stress, Stephanie, right? Which it could be. But if it was stress, then why would I not hear it downstairs? Why would I not hear it outside my house? I don't hear it outside my house. It's literally only in my bedroom. Like I'm in my bedroom right now. And it's just so intense. So I don't know. Let's do a little Brooklyn funk. You guys are getting to learn all my music, by the way, right? I played so much that you're getting to learn all my original songs. Brooklyn funk. It does drive me crazy. But I'm happy too, Maybe she's trying to communicate with me. God bless you, Lacey. Yep. I don't know. I don't know, Stephanie. But like I said, today's gonna. I'm just really depressed. Believe me, I know you think I'm not, but I'm really, really, really depressed. I'm really depressed. I'm really down. Yeah. I just hate all this stuff. I hate it. I hate it. I didn't want to lose my wife. The children didn't want to lose their mother. I know it's not up to us. Cancer effing sucks. Ryan, I don't think you can really ever get through it, man. I'm going to be honest with you, Ryan. I don't think so. It's, you know what happens, Ryan, is that when you have someone that's so dear to you and so special in your life and you lose that person, you can't really, you can't really replace it. All right. I'm gonna try to explain something to you, and you're all gonna think I'm a psychopath. Okay? Oh, you're gonna think I'm nuts, but it's fine. I'll try to explain it to you a little bit. Um, we're gonna talk about Jennifer was with me all day. You know, the afternoon, the night. We lived together, and both of us kind of made our own schedule. So we were with each other like all the time. So right off the bat, and I'm not saying to you I want to meet anybody else. I'm not saying that because I love Jennifer. I'm not saying that, but I'm just trying to make a point because I know I can't say anything without people breaking my balls. But I'm just making a point. Like let's say I met somebody else. Okay. Obviously this person, I love you, Ryan. Obviously the person I'm going to meet is not going to like just live with me. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's going to be something where, let's say you went on a date or something like that, and then you got to get to know this person. It could take years and years and years to get to know somebody, a long time. Now, I have 2 kids. I don't have that time anymore. When I met Jennifer, I was a young gun. I was 19, 20 years old when I met my beautiful wife. We didn't have kids, so it was like a whole different animal. It was like a whole different bowl game. Like, I used to spend every night with her. She would sleep over my house, even at young ages. We were very, very close. No, but you don't understand. Even if I wanted to meet someone, not now, it'll never happen, not now. But I'm saying, let's say a year down the road, 2 years down the road, whatever the case may be, 3 years down the road, whenever I'm up to it mentally, I'm just saying, um, it's a whole concept, man. It's a whole like think about it. You got to go on dates. You got to spend time with that. Who has the time? Who has the time to do that? I don't have the time to do that. Between I got two kids, I got to take care of them. They're in school. They come out. I got to take care of them. I got to feed them. Um, and again, who even wants to do that? I'm just saying, Ryan, that I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying to you, I didn't want this to happen. I wish all of you could understand, like that whole crazy thing that happened with the cousin. I don't know if you know about that. That was stupid. I didn't even mean anything by it. It was like such a stupid thing. My wife's cousin. I don't know if I told you the story. What happened was, my wife used to always say, Rich, if anything happens to me, reach out, to my cousin. I think she really is someone who loves the kids. This girl turned out to be a total Norman Bates psychopath. Everyone in Jennifer's family turned out to be a Norman Bates psychopath. Because what happened was, I reached out to the cousin. She used to come like 2, 3 times a year, bake cookies with the kids. Look, now granted, look, there's nothing wrong with this, but I believe she has a condition, ADD or something, or maybe autism. I'm not sure, but nothing wrong with that. Listen, Elon Musk has autism. He's the richest man in the world, most successful man in the world. There's nothing wrong with that. But I said something to this girl that she totally misunderstood. I don't want to fight over it. Well, I'll explain to you, Ryan. I don't want you to get mad at me, but I'll explain to you what happened. I watched my wife suffer for a month and a half in the hospital, Ryan. Like, I saw my wife on a ventilator, Ryan, for 16 days. I saw my wife. She couldn't eat any food, Ryan. She had aspiration pneumonia. She couldn't eat anything. She couldn't drink anything. My wife would be pointing to her mouth, meaning she wanted me to get her a drink. You know how much this broke my heart, Ryan? You know how much it broke my heart, Ryan? Ryan, I'm the type of a guy, food is everything to me. I fed my wife like she was a queen. I fed my wife every single day of her life. I took her to all her favorite places. I treated her like a queen. For a doctor and a nurse to tell me I can't feed my wife, she was on a feeding tube. They're like, she'll aspirate. You can't bring her anything. I can't give her a little coffee. They said no. Plus, she had the tubes down her throat. The thing is that my wife, both of us were suffering. My wife was suffering, but I was suffering too because I wanted to help her. I couldn't do anything. I felt helpless. I felt like a psycho. And ultimately, she couldn't move her legs. She couldn't move her toes. She couldn't move her body. She couldn't bring herself to get up. I guess what happened was I kind of had like a nervous breakdown. I kind of had a breakdown. Like, it was the most, I'm just trying to explain it to you, the most horrific, horrible situation, nightmare situation that you could possibly imagine. So what happened was, when my wife passed away, a couple of days later, we went out with her cousin to Harold's. I took her out to get some food, and it was the first time I saw the kids smile. It was the first time I was even smiling. It was like a beautiful day. And, like I said, I believe she's a little on the, let's just say, she not played with a full 52 deck of cards, this girl. Nothing wrong with her. She's a good girl. She's a beautiful girl. But she does have a condition. She has a condition. I should have took that under advisement. But I wasn't right in my head for what I went through for the last month and a half. So I just simply said to her, I said, listen, would you like to spend more times with the kids? You'll get, make them happy, be like a second mom type. She's like, of course. She's like, we could do it once, twice a month, whatever it is, whatever it is. So I just said something stupid. Okay, it was a dumb thing. I didn't mean anything by it, Ryan. I know everybody's gonna get upset. God bless you, Boo Monster. I said to her, who knows? Maybe down the line, 3, 4 years from now, we could develop something for each other. Now, I know you're gonna say that was fucked up. I know you're gonna say that was disrespectful. Um, I regret saying it. It's just I wasn't in my right state of mind. I watched my wife for a month and a half suffer. I watched her for a month and a half suffer. Now, I understand it was a hypothetical. Do you know what a hypothetical means? It's like a baby. I didn't say definitely. I never said those words. I never said, listen, I would like to be in a relationship with you. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said, look, maybe 3, 4 years down the road, you spend a lot of time with the kids. Obviously, I'm going to be there too. Who knows? Maybe we would develop something. Who knows? I left it like it was like a hypothetical, like it was a baby. Okay. She went completely friggin' crazy, this girl, to the point where she's not accepting any of my calls. She's not even talking to my daughter anymore. I mean, this girl's a psycho. I mean, I just, she doesn't accept my calls anymore. I guess she called everybody in the family. They're all pissed off at me. Her uncle called me up, screaming. I mean, whatever. I don't know, but these people, if they care about Jennifer so much, let me ask you this: none of them contributed $1 to Jennifer. Nothing. Not on the GoFundMe. I did tell her, Ryan. I said that my wife told me to reach out to her, that she considered her a second mom. I did mention that, yes. And again, okay, look, I spoke to a lot of people about this. Okay, I got women's perspectives on because I didn't want to just get men's perspectives. Everybody tells me I didn't do anything wrong. Even my own mother. I'll put my mother. I'll make her speak to you when she's like a little messed up right now. She's just trying to regain herself with the oxygen. She was off the oxygen. It fell off of her last night, so I don't want to really bother her. But I spoke to my mom about it too. I spoke to everybody about it, and they're all telling me the same shit. You didn't do anything wrong, Rich. They say to you, Rich, what did you do that was so bad? You took her to a nice dinner. You all had a fun time. You mentioned to her, would you like to spend more time with the kids? She said yes. Then you mentioned to her, well, who knows what will happen down the line, 3, 4 years down the line. Maybe we could develop something. Maybe, maybe not. They said there's nothing wrong with that. You didn't do anything wrong. You definitely didn't do anything that would justify for her to stop talking to the kids. What did they do? And like I said, the uncle's the same way. Her whole family are crazy. Look, my wife didn't even get along with her family, with the exception of this one cousin. She didn't get along with anybody. I think they're all psychos. So anyway, in addition to all the problems I'm dealing with, losing my wife and my mom, really, really having a tough time. I love you, Ryan. But they caused a scene over this. I live in New Jersey. They caused a scene over this, man. So, you know. Then I got another psycho situation. You have no idea how many psycho situations I got going on. The My wife's father, it was always his intention to pay for his daughter's funeral service. He winded up getting dementia. He's in the assisted living home now. And unfortunately, before he got dementia, he was dating this elderly woman, this complete devil, who has a track record, we found out, of going to elderly men and, woozing them, like loving them up when their intention is they want power of attorney. They want to get power of attorney of all their money. And she actually winded up doing it. She winded up getting a Mickey Mouse power of attorney that was able to take my wife off the POA, take her brother off the POA, and put herself as POA. And then when Jennifer was unfortunately ill, my poor wife, I reached out to her because she's the new POA. And I was like, listen, I hope you realize that it was Jennifer's father's wishes to pay for her services, God forbid, if anything. She doesn't respond to me. She didn't reply to me. I saw her in a supermarket not too long ago. I started cursing her out. I was like, you selfish mother effing piece of garbage, all this shit, taking all the money from the family. What are you doing here? Do you want to pay for my wife's services? So she called the police on me. The police did nothing. The police were on my side. The police said this woman is a complete derelict. But then it gets even better. I believe she called Child Protective Services. Can you believe this shit? Can you believe this? Because see, the thing with this woman is that, you know, she when you challenge her or you insult her, she's such an evil, disgusting woman that that's what she does. She goes after you. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to be challenged. Um, Yeah, right. Find me the address. That's what my friend told me. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm joking around. Can't be going to jail right now because my kids need me. You don't think that woman deserves a little John Gotti treatment? Again, I'm just saying this all as a joke. It's entertainment purposes only. But no, you're right. She does. But again, it's not something I could do because I have two kids that need me. You have to understand, man. I got two kids that need me. I got to do things the right way, not the John Gotti way. I got to do things the right way because if I end up in a jail, where's my kids? What are my kids gonna do? My kids need me. So it's just a fucked up situation. If anything, I'm gonna try to go after her legally because I believe that was a breach. That was a breach of her POA responsibilities to Jennifer's father. At least I make you laugh. I make you laugh. I gotta watch everything I say on the internet. Forget about it. I just been dealing with all of this. I've been dealing with all of this. I've been dealing with too much. Too much. That's why if someone could have the good heart, that is the Cash App right there. A very small $25. If enough people did it, I could actually do a really, really beautiful service for my wife. I know what you say, Moo Monster. Hey, man, I let it out at the supermarket when I spoke to her. I didn't hold back. I was pissed. Oh, yeah. We'll see what happens down the line. Listen, I believe that she's going to lose POA eventually because what she did was a breach of her fiduciary responsibilities. It was Jennifer's father's wishes to pay for the services. So this is my Cash App. It's the $ Richard Lavoie. There's no space. There's no underscore between my first and last name. It's the $ Richard Lavoie. $RICHARDLEVOI. If you could be cool enough to do like $25, Cash App, I'll do the thank you song for you, which is I record a short video with a beautiful jazz blues composition to celebrate your good deed and to celebrate the beautiful life of my wife, Jennifer. Yeah, Get Gotti was a great movie. I really didn't want to lose my wife, man. Man, did I love that girl. Believe me, I don't give two shits. Her cousin could kiss my friggin' Italian ass. F that girl. I didn't even mean anything by it. But I mean, the way she's treated my children now, you treat my children with disrespect, F you. I want nothing to ever do with you again. She's not accepting my daughter's calls. She could go F herself. She could go F herself at Macy's window. F that girl. My daughter's trying to reach her. She's not returning a call. She's a psycho. Jennifer's whole family was psychos, unfortunately. That's why my wife really didn't want to be bothered with none of them. I don't blame. Now I understand. I didn't really understand it back in the day, but now I understand. I guess what it was just a moment where I saw my kids happy. I was happy. Whatever. I just lost it. That's looking back on it. I should have never mentioned it to that stupid mother effer. But what are you gonna do? It is what it is. And I'm tired. I tell you. Ugh. But I didn't want to lose my wife. We had a beautiful life. We had such a happy life. We have a great family, great kids. It was so beautiful. She battled cancer for 10 years. She really went the distance, man. Stage 4 cancer. She had stage 4 since 2017, cancer since 2015. You know, she saw her kids grow up. She won. But it's so fucking heartbreaking. Excuse my language. I mean, I feel like I lost everything, guys. I feel like I lost everything. And then it's like, my mother has to be like really critically ill too. My mom? Really? Really? My mom can't do nothing no more. She can't. Thank God my two aunts came over. They helped us, like, clean up the place. They helped us get things in order. My two aunts, my mother's sisters. My mom can't do anything anymore. She can't clean. She can't cook. She can't even move. She can't even get up. She can't even get up the stairs to take a shower. We got to work out other ways. I don't want to get technical. She has her private quarters downstairs. They gave it to her. Her private bathroom, everything. Uh, but that's that. I just don't understand why all of this happened. I don't get it. I just wish that there was a way to fix it. I've been a fixer my whole life. Whenever there's a problem, I fix it. Can't fix this problem. You can't do anything about it. That's it. Someone passes away, you just got to accept it. That's it. There is no way to fix it. I mean, unless you pull some of that, like, was that movie, Pet Cemetery, remember? Remember the Ramones? And I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. That's a great song, right? But no, seriously, I'm just joking around. It's like there's nothing you could do. It's like crazy, man. I wish there was something. Because I did not want her to go. I tried everything to save her. When I took her into the hospital, they were just like, hospice. I was like, no hospice. I said, treat the pneumonia, help her. Treat the pneumonia. I couldn't get them to treat the cancer, though, because they was like, it spread too much, and it's such a horrible situation. I just can't believe she's not here. Every day I'm so used to waking up and seeing her, waking up, getting breakfast, Just, she was my lover. She was my best friend. She was my companion, She was everything to me. She was the mother of our kids. It's so effing hard. It's so hard. I didn't want this. I don't think anybody wants to lose their loved ones. I mean, but I'm not used to loss like this, okay? I never had loss like this in my life. Like, I had a girl who broke up with me when I was a young kid, when I was like 19. I went out with her since I was like 15, or like 19, 20. I went out like 5 years, from like 15 to 20. And at the time, I remember when she broke up with me, I wrote my first heartbreak song. I'll see if I can do it for you right now. I'm a little tired, but I was like this cougine, I was like a paisan from Brooklyn. So when she broke up with me, I was like, in her case, she actually wanted to be with an older man. Her name was Jackie, and she's like, if you could believe it, he was a financial planner. You know how I always say I'm not a financial planner? Well, she left me for a financial planner. But that was like, at the time, that was my biggest heartbreak. That was my biggest heartbreak. I wrote this song called "Is This Goodbye." It's like a kind of a freestyle, like a. I remember that day when you told me that you changed the way you feel for me. Nights spent in misery. All I seem to do is think about you constantly. Is this goodbye to all we were? Is it really over? I still feel deep in my heart, don't want us to be apart. Is this goodbye to all we were? Is it really over? And I still feel deep in my heart, don't wanna be apart. I am hoping that someday you'd realize you were so wrong. Till then I will keep on wondering. I am hoping that someday you'd realize you were so wrong. Till then I will keep on wondering. Anyway, that was my first heartbreak song. Is This Goodbye? But it was a different type of a loss. That was when I was a young kid. She didn't want to be with me. I accepted. I'm like, you don't want to be with me. You want to be with a finance. This is my first girlfriend, Janet. I'm not talking about my wife. This is when I was like a young kid from 15 to 19, 15 to 20. Right before I met Jennifer next. And everybody used to say to me, "Oh, you're gonna meet somebody. You're gonna meet your soulmate." I was like, "No way." At the time, I didn't think that, but I did. I did meet my soulmate, and it was the best thing that happened to me. This is my Cash App once again. The $ Richard Lavoie. If anybody could do a very small Cash App, $25, I appreciate it. I'm finishing up everything today. Today is going to be the last day of this with the funeral expenses with my wife. I'm going to be finalizing everything now. It'd be really nice if someone could, enough people came through. I might be able to do something even better for her if I got enough support. $25 a person will eventually add up to something really nice. But I'm not really getting any more support lately. I don't know why. Don't give up on me. I don't give up on you. Don't give up. It's the $ Richard Lavoie. The $. This is my Cash App. And of course, I do the thank you song for you. I'll do that for everybody. Janet's always been beautiful to us. I love you, Janet. Janet is the most beautiful woman in the world, Janet Boyd. Has a heart of gold. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I've never experienced hurt like this before. I don't know. I don't know if I could get through it. It's hard. This is hard hurt. Because see, Jennifer loved me. I loved her. Jennifer loved her children. When I was a young kid, I know it's stupid, but Jackie didn't want to be with me no more by my first girlfriend. So it was kind of a lot of people have a hard time even getting over those types of hurts. To me, it was actually not that hard to get over it. Don't worry about it, Janet. You've done enough. I love you, Janet. Whenever you can, don't worry about it, Janet. No pressure at all. No pressure. Janet's done so much. I had a friend, one of Jennifer's very close friends. She instead of donating money to me or to the family, to the kids, or to Jennifer's GoFundMe. She donated it to the American Cancer Society. She sent them like $500, right? Here's how I feel about that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Anybody wants to do something, they do it from their hearts. God bless. But our family is going through dire times right now. We're going through, I try to explain all of that in my message. We're going through the worst times in our lives. And I just think that was the greatest way to do it, to give $500 to the American Cancer Society, but whatever. God bless her. She did it from her heart. It was a good deed from her heart. God bless, I guess. God bless you, Stephanie. So, the thing about me is I loved Jennifer so much. I loved her so, so much. The intentions were good. What are you talking about, Stephanie, with the intentions were good? Are you talking about that whole cousin situation? What are you talking about with the intentions are good? Because the intentions were good in that situation before all the chaos broke loose. Mm. Anyway, I was just waiting on Stephanie's response. I was just curious what she meant when she said the intentions were good. Oh, the lady who donated $500. Like I said before, you have to understand why I just felt it was a little like messed up. She also had cancer, this girl, and let's just say that we've always been there. My wife, when she was a young girl, she used to take the bus to Sloan. She was at her bedside every single day. I'm just saying that they were really close, and I'm not saying that the intentions were not good. I'm not saying that the intentions were not good, but I'm just saying that we're going through an extremely, extremely tough situation in our family. A lot is going on here. It's not just one thing. It's a lot of problems, a lot of things, and not just limited to my wife. Like I say, my mom. It's crazy what's going on. So anyway, she did what she did. I thanked her. I said, "Thank you. God bless." It would have been a little better if she sent it to us directly, but hey, that was her choice, right? So we'll leave it at that. I love you too, Angie. Tired. Think I'm gonna go relax a little bit here. Stephanie, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about this here. Well, do you have kids, Stephanie? That's my question to you. Do you have children? I was just curious, Stephanie. Stephanie St. Clair, do you have children or not? Are they are they young? Are they under 18, over 18? I'm just curious. Tired. Okay. It doesn't really make a difference. Look, when there are children involved, it changes everything up. When there are children involved. When there is no children involved, it's different. And I'll explain to you. Okay. In a way, it's better to have the kids because they give you, oh, they're over 18. But when you have kids, I mean, yours are grown up a lot now. Mine's just still young, 11 and 14. But when you have kids, it gives you that motivation to live. If you lose a loved one, you say to yourself, my kids need me. I have to come through for them. I have to be there for them. And I will be. I will be there for them. If you don't have kids, I think then that's where I would have been in Bellevue. I would have lost my mind. Like if I didn't have my kids right now, that would have been that would how the haters would always say, "Hey, father, when you get to end your YouTube career and all that stuff," that would have probably did it. I might have been in Bellevue at that point without my kids. And the funny thing is, I'm still messed up with my kids. So it just goes to show you, if I'm messed up a little bit with my kids, could you imagine how I would be if I had no kids? Forget about it. Basket case. I would be a basket case if I had no kids. That's right. But I'm going to run right now. I'm going to relax a little bit. I will be back soon. But remember, before I go, this is the Cash App. It's the $ Richard Lavoy. Anybody who could do 25 bucks or more, just finishing up my wife's funeral expenses today. I would greatly, greatly appreciate the support, the love and support. That is my Cash App. $Richard Lavoy. There's no space, there's no underscore in between my first and last name. So it's the $RICHARD LEV as in Victor OI. My mom was at rehab, Stephanie, but now she's back home with me. But I'm thinking about getting her to a hospital if she doesn't improve soon. Yeah, my mom's, like I said, not doing the greatest. Yeah, that's why I'm telling everybody I'm like dealing with the hardest time in my life, which is why I really, really could use support. God bless all of you. That's the Cash App, the $ Richard Lavoy. So I will be back soon. God bless all of you. I will be back soon.